So good morning, my dear students. So today in this class, I will discuss two more problems on the concept of elimination approach. So before that, so let me briefly explain about the yesterday's concept. Okay. So Kishore, are you there? Kishore?
Sir, చెప్పండి సార్
Is it visible my board?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The text on the board, is it visible?
సార్ కొంచెం బ్లర్ కనిపిస్తుంది సార్.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will write in the black letters. So yesterday's topic is treatment of boundary conditions by elimination approach.
చదువుకున్న వాళ్ళు ఎంత డబ్బులు ఉన్నాయో చూసుకోమన్నారు. అదే ఊర్లో అసలు బయటికి పోయేదో చూపించుకో ఇంటికి పోయేటప్పుడు.
So for any general structure, the standard form of finite element equation is global stiffness matrix multiplied with the global nodal displacements equal to global load vector. Okay. So global stiffness matrix, the elements are K11 in general, K11, K12, so on so on, K1n if the structure has n degree of freedoms. So K21, K22, so on so on, K2n. So K51, K52, so on so on, K55, so on so on, K5n.
సార్ వీడియో రావట్లేదు సార్. ఒకసారి
వీడియో రావట్లేదా?
ఒకసారి ఆఫ్ అయిపోతుంది సార్ మరి.
ఇప్పుడు ఎలా వస్తుందండి?
సార్ వస్తుంది సార్.
ఓకేనా? సో nth row stiffness elements Kn1, Kn2, so on so on, Knn. So multiplied with nodal displacements Q1, Q2, so on so on, Q5, so on so on, Qn equal to load vector F1, F2, F5, Cfn. Okay. So in elimination approach, so what we define the elimination approach is, so in elimination approach we the rows and columns which are corresponding to the specified displacement boundary condition are eliminated from the element stiffness matrix and nodal displacement vector and global load vector. Okay. So for example, if I consider a structure as at node 1, so at node 1 and 5, at node 1 and 5, there are supports, fixed supports. So we consider at node 1, specified displacement Q1 is equal to A1. At node 5, specified displacement A5. Okay. So the structure has n degree of freedom in general. So the rows corresponding to node 1 and node 5 are the rows and columns corresponding to these nodes. So first row elements in the stiffness matrix according to the elimination approach. So we remove all elements in the stiffness matrix and we remove Q1 and F1. Okay. And the rows, first column of the stiffness elements, first of the stiffness elements. And the row and columns corresponding to Q5. So fifth row elements and fifth column. So fifth column elements are eliminated from the stiffness matrix. Okay. So after eliminating the rows and columns in the stiffness matrix, the rest of the rows and columns are considered as a reduced stiffness matrix. That stiffness matrix is called as a reduced stiffness matrix. Okay. So the load vector, which is called modified load vectors. So what are the modifications? So in this load vector, okay, after removing the rows and columns from the stiffness matrix, so the elements which are modified in this load vector, so F2 minus K21 A1 is a constant value, force value. So similarly, minus K51, sorry, this is not K21 A1 so minus K25 A5 K25 A5. So this is the modification for the element F2. So F2 minus K21 A1 minus K25 A5. So F3 minus K31 A1 minus K35 A5. F4 minus K41 A1 K45 A5. Okay, similarly F6, F7, so on. So Fn minus Kn1 A1 minus Kn5 A5. So these are the modifications in load vector. Okay. So this is briefly about the elimination approach. You remember in elimination approach, remove rows and columns which correspond to the specified displacement boundary conditions. So now let us discuss two more problems on this concept.
సార్ నన్ను ఇచ్చిన నోట్స్ లో ఈ స్టెప్ లేదు సార్.
అదే ఇప్పుడు ఈ స్టెప్ లేదంటే ఇది అర్థం కావడానికి కోసం నేను ఇంకొక జస్ట్ మీకు ఇచ్చిన నోట్స్లో Q1 = A1 వన్ స్పెసిఫైడ్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ బౌండరీ కండిషన్ తీసుకున్నాను.
సార్
ఓకే అండి. ఎడిషన్గా Q1 = A1, Q5 = A5. సో అట్ నోడ్ 5 దగ్గర కూడా స్పెసిఫైడ్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ బౌండరీ కండిషన్ ఉంటే ఈ విధంగా ఉంటుంది. అలా మీరు ఎక్కడైనా తీసుకోండి స్పెసిఫైడ్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ బౌండరీ కండిషన్ ఏ నోడ్ దగ్గర అయినా తీసుకోండి. సో మాడిఫికేషన్స్ అన్నవి లోడ్ వెక్టర్లో ఈ విధంగా జరుగుతాయి. సో స్టిఫ్నెస్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్లో రోస్ అండ్ కాలమ్స్ ఎలిమినేట్ అయిపోతాయి. సో మిగిలిన ఎలిమెంట్స్ స్టిఫ్నెస్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్లో ఉన్న మిగిలిన వాల్యూస్ని మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఫామ్లో రాసుకుందాం. ఓకే. సో నిన్న ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఏమైనా చేశారండి? ఓకే, చేశారా?
సార్
చేశారా ప్రాబ్లం?
లేదు సార్.
లేదు. ఓకే, సో నేనే చెప్పుకుంటాను. నేనే ప్రాబ్లం ఇచ్చి నేనే చెప్పుకోవాలి. ఓకే, ట్రై చేయండి. ట్రై చేస్తే వస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో సేమ్ ప్రాబ్లం మీకు ఇచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లమే ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ డిస్కస్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో కన్సిడర్ ద bar, so loaded as shown in figure. So determine the nodal displacement, element stresses, support reactions. Okay, support reactions, and solve this problem by hand calculation and adapting the elimination approach, elimination method for handling boundary conditions. Okay. So this is the problem is given. Okay, so here the structure has the structure is subjected by point load only. So point load P. So at this point, okay, at this point the load P is acting. Okay, it is a stepped bar. So area of cross section of the this element is 250 mm². This area of cross section of this bar is 400 mm². Okay. So first you draw the finite element model of this structure. Finite element model. So where P is equal to 300 kilonewtons. So this is FE model. So it is described, this structure is described into 3 elements, 1, 2, 3 elements, and which is having 4 nodes, 4 degrees of freedom. So at node 1, so there is a specified displacement boundary condition Q1 is equal to 0, and at node 4, specified displacement Q4 is equal to 0. So load P, it is acting at the node 2, so 300 kilonewtons. 300 kilonewtons. So the geometric properties of element 1 and element 2 are same. So length and area of cross section for element 1 and 2 are same, and material property for those 2 elements also same. E1 is equal to E2 is equal to 200 into 10 cube Newton per mm². Okay, so when both geometric properties and material properties are same, so element stiffness matrix are identical. Okay. So for element 3, these are the geometric properties. Length వచ్చి 300 mm, area of cross section 400 mm². Okay, and Young's modulus is same. So first you write down the element stiffness matrices. Element stiffness matrix for element 1, it is A1 A1 E1 by L1, 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. So global degrees of freedoms 1 and 2. So after simplification, so this is the element stiffness matrix. 10 power 6 by 3, 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. For element 2, so it is same as element 1 stiffness matrix. So K2 is equal to K1. So 10 power 6 by 3, 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. So but degrees of freedoms are different. On element 2, degrees of freedoms are 2 and 3. For element 3, stiffness matrix A3 E3 by L3, 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. So degrees of freedoms 3 and 4. So therefore, after simplification, 10 power 6 by 3, 0.8 minus 0.8 minus 0.8 0.8. So element body force vectors. Element body force vector, element load vectors are summation of element body force vectors 0, summation of element traction force vectors 0, because there are no such forces on structure. Only point load is acting. So therefore, point load vector for the entire structure, it is at node 1, so 0 force, at node 2, 300 into 10 cube newtons, at 3 and 4 zeros. So therefore, global load matrices, so global stiffness matrix, K is equal to 10 power 6 by 3, so 1 minus 1 0 0 minus 1 2 minus 1 0 0. So ఇది ఎలా వచ్చింది అనేది లాస్ట్ క్లాస్లో చెప్పామండి. So addition of K1 plus K2 plus K3. So degrees of freedoms 1, 2, 3 and 4. So global load vector. So global load vector is equal to global point load vector. So now applying elimination approach for two specified displacement boundaries, Q1 is equal to Q4 is equal to 0. See,
సార్ ఒకసారి మ్యాట్రిక్స్ ఎలా వచ్చింది చెప్పండి సార్.
matrix
ఎస్ సార్.
okay, element stiffness matrix for element 1. So these are the stiffness values in the matrix. So this value, so this is K11. Okay, for all these three matrices, the common factor is 10 power 6 by 3. Okay, for K1, K2 and K3. So 10 power 6 by 3 is the common factor. Okay.
సార్
So for an element 1, so the stiffness matrix, so this is K11, so this is K22. Okay, so you know this is K12, this is K21. These two are added. So element stiffness matrix always symmetric matrix. Okay, so on element 2, this is K22. So here 1 K22 on element 1. So here 1 K22 on element 2. So you add these two.
సార్ 2 అవుతుంది కదా సార్.
1 plus 1. 1 plus 1, 2. K22 here 1, K22 here 1. Okay. So on element 3, there is no K22 value. Okay. So K33. So K33 on element 1, so there is no value. So on element 2, it is 1. On element 3, okay, on element 3, So K33 is the 0.8, 0.8. So 1 plus 0.8, 1.8. Okay. So K44, it is one value. So no other, no value in the element 1, element 2 and element 1. Okay. So just you observe the diagonal elements in this global stiffness matrix. 1, K22 is 1 plus 1. So K33, it is 1 plus 0.8. So K44 is a 0.8. Okay. అర్థమైందండి?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now you apply the elimination approach. So 10 power 6 by 3, it's a common factor. So the rows and columns which corresponds to node 1 and node 4 are degrees of freedom 1 and 4 are first row, first column, fourth row, fourth column. Okay, first row, first column, fourth row, fourth column. Okay. So the remaining elements in this stiffness matrix 2, -1, -1, 1.8. Okay. So nodal displacements Q2 and Q3. So load vector. So modifications in load vector 300 into 10 cube newtons minus K21 A1. Okay. So minus K24 A4. So A1 and A4 are zeros. Okay. Both are fixed supports. So A1 and A4 zeros. So these terms are zeros. So similarly, F3 is 0 minus K31 A1. K31 A1 minus K34 A4. Okay. So therefore, so this is our reduced stiffness matrix, 2 by 2 matrix, reduced stiffness. So nodal displacement Q2, Q3. So modified load vector F3 and F2 and F3. So these are so in this matrix, these are two linear equations. If you solve those two equations, you will get the values of Q2 and Q3. So solution. So first equation is, so 10 power 6 by 3, 2Q2 minus Q3 is equal to 300 into 10 cube. So first row multiplication. Okay. So 10 power 6 by 3, Q2 multiplied with 2, Q3 multiplied with minus equal to F2, 300 into 10 cube. So that is first equation. Second equation, minus Q2, minus 1 into Q2, 1.8 into Q3 is equal to 0. So second equation. So for simplification, you multiply the second equation by 2. So this is the solvation. So 2.6 minus Q3 plus 3.6 Q3, 2.6 Q3 is equal to 0.9. So therefore Q3 is equal to 0.3461 mm. Q2 is equal to 1 point from equation 2. So this is from equation 2. Q2 is equal to 1.823. So 1.8 Q3. So therefore Q2 is equal to 0.623 mm. So therefore global displacement vector. So Q1 value, it is specified as 0. Q2 0.623. Q3 0.3461 and Q4 is also specified 0. So now calculate the element stresses for element 1. So this is the relation Young's modulus into B matrix into Q matrix, element B matrix, Q matrix. So Young's modulus 200 into 10 cube. So 1 by element length minus 1, 1. This is B matrix for 2 node bar element. On element 1, these are the displacements, nodal displacements. So after simplification, so this is the value sigma 1 on element 1, stress on element 1, 830.67 Newton per. For element 2, so E2, so matrix sigma matrix is equal to Young's modulus into B matrix into, so nodal displacements on element 2, Q2 and Q3. So 210 Q by element length for a second element. So element length 150 minus 1. So Q2 and Q3. So after simplification, this is the value. So here it is negative stress. So compressive stress is here minus 1333.056 Newton per mm square. So on element 1, there is tensile stress. On element 2, compressive stress. Okay, I forgot to find the stress on element 3. Now you try you solve the stress on element 3. Solve చేస్తారండి. Sigma 3 is equal to Young's modulus E3 B matrix 1 by L3 rho matrix minus 1 1. So nodal displacements Q3 and 0, sorry, Q4 and Q4. Okay, so E3 200 into 10 cube by, so what is the element length? I think 300 mm. Element length is 300 mm minus 1 1. So Q3 is the 0.346461. Q4 is 0. Okay, so multiply row matrix and column matrix. So this stress value is also a negative stress, compressive stress. So minus into, so minus 1 into 0.346346 into this value. Okay, మీరు క్యాల్కులేట్ చేయండి ఈ విధంగా sigma 3 you calculate. Next, support reactions. Support reactions. Support reaction at node 1. So R1 is equal to, so the relation, so first row elements of stiffness matrix, K11, K12, K13, K14 multiplied with the nodal displacement vector Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 minus element F1. Okay, K1, K11, K12, K13, K14 values 10 power 6 by 3, 1 minus 1, first row elements of stiffness matrix, 1 minus 1, 0, 0. So nodal displacement 0, Q2, Q3, 0, minus F1 value 0. So therefore, so reaction force at the node 1, it is minus 207.67 kilonewtons. Okay. Okay, next reaction at node 4. So you consider or you take 4th row elements of stiffness matrix K41, K42, K43, K44. So nodal displacements minus F4. Okay. So 4th row elements of stiffness matrix. So 0, 0, 10 power 6 by 3 is a common. 0, 0 minus 0.8, 0.8 nodal displacement. So F4 is 0. So therefore, so R4 reaction at node 4 minus 92.29. Okay. Okay. So here, so reaction forces, summation of reaction forces at the fixed supports R1 plus R2 is equal to, so applied force on the structure, that is equal to P. R1 plus R2 is equal to P. So here R1 is 207.67 plus 92.29. So this is approximately equal to, so 300 kilonewtons. 300 kilonewtons. Okay, so it means that, so the reaction forces which are internally developed, their summation is equal to externally applied forces. So then only the structure is maintains the static equilibrium. Okay, second problem. So as shown in figure, a load P is equal to 60 kilonewtons is applied as shown. Determine the displacement field stress support reactions in the body. So Young's modulus 20 into 10 cube Newton per mm square. So this is the structure. The uniform rod, it is fixed at the other end. There is a gap between support and free end of the structure. Okay. So it has uniform cross section area 250 mm square. So the load P, which is acting at the middle cross section of the bar. Okay. So you discretize this this structure into two finite elements. So because we have to take at the middle cross section one node. So because where the point load is acting. Okay. So therefore, so this is the FE model. FE model. At node 1, there is a fixed support. At node 3 is fixed support. This is not a fixed support, but you have to check whether it is this end it is taking support or not. Okay, so in this problem, first we have to check whether the contact occurs between the bar and the wall. So to do this, assume that wall does not exist. Okay, so suppose if we assume this is a structure, one end is fixed, the other end is free. The load P is acting on the bar at the middle cross section. So this load P, it pulls the rod towards right. Okay, so how much deformation it takes at the free end? So that you have to find. So according to the principles of solid mechanics, so there is a relation change in length equation is, it is P1 L1 by A1 E1. So where P1 is the load, which is 60 kilonewtons, 60 into 10 cube. So length of the original length of the element. So this part is taken as a original length. So because on this part there is no load acting. Okay. So this load P, it is acting on the part of element 1, on the part of element 1. Okay. So 60 into 10 cube into 150 by area of cross section is 250.
మధ్యలో యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది కదా సార్ అది మధ్యలో యాక్ట్ అవుతుంది కదా సార్
అవును, మిడిల్
వీటికి ఈక్వల్ ఉంటుంది సార్.
ఎలిమెంట్ లెంత్ వచ్చేసి మనకి 150 mm అవుతుంది.
అవును సార్.
Suppose this P, if it is acting at the node 3, you consider the element length L1 plus L2. That is 300 mm we should consider. So, ఎప్పుడు లోడ్కి బిఫోర్ ఉన్న పార్ట్ లెంతే మనం తీసుకోవాలి. So what about in this case, if P is acting at the node 2, so the element 2 which is acting as a rigid body, so there is no deformations occur on the element 2 because of this loading condition. Am I right or not?
Yes, sir.
So consider this length as a element length which is deformed in this case. So there is a change in length in this element 1. It is 1.8 mm. Okay. So same node 3 can also has same displacement 1.8 mm. So the gap between wall and free end of the structure, it is 1.2 mm. So there is difference 1.8 minus 1.2. So there is a 0.6 mm. So the structure due to this load P, so the contact will be happen with the wall. So therefore we consider this gap as a specified displacement boundary condition in this problem. Okay. So here we have two specified displacement boundary conditions. So at Q1 is equal to A1 is equal to 0. At Q3 is equal to A3 is equal to, so this 1.2 mm as a specified displacement. సో ఇంతకు ముందు 2 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్లో మనం ఫిక్స్డ్ సపోర్ట్స్ దగ్గర 0 0 అని తీసుకున్నాం. బట్ ఇక్కడ ఇది ఫిక్స్డ్ సపోర్ట్ కాదు, డైరెక్ట్ ఫిక్స్డ్ సపోర్ట్ కాదు. సో ఎలాంగేషన్ ద్వారా వచ్చిన సపోర్ట్ అవుతుంది ఇది. సో ఆ గ్యాప్ని వీ షుడ్ కన్సిడర్ యాజ్ ఎ స్పెసిఫైడ్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్. So contact does occur. So the displacement at node 3 is specified as 1.2 mm. So therefore specified displacement boundary conditions in this problem are Q1 A1 0, Q3 A3 equal to 1.2 mm. So in this problem domain, so both geometry and material properties of the two elements are identical. So in this case we can directly write the global stiffness matrix. Okay. ఇక్కడ గ్లోబల్ స్టిఫ్నెస్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ డైరెక్ట్గా రాసుకోవచ్చండి. ఓకే, K1 stiffness matrix for element 1 equal to stiffness matrix for element 2 are identical. Okay, so therefore so AE EE by L global stiffness matrix. So only K22 value, it is 1 plus 1. K22 value. Okay, K11 1, K33 1. So rest of the elements symmetric, -1 0, -1 0, -1 -1. So this is global stiffness matrix. ఇక్కడ డైరెక్ట్గా గ్లోబల్ స్టిఫ్నెస్ మ్యాట్రిక్స్ తీసుకోవడం జరిగిందండి, ఎందుకంటే ఈ రెండు ఐడెంటికల్ అని తెలిసింది కాబట్టి. సో డైరెక్ట్గా రాసుకున్నాం. So therefore global stiffness matrix, it is 10 power 5 by 3, 1 -1 0, -1 2, -1 0, -1 1. So global load vector. So here in this problem also, it is the structure is subjected by only point load at the middle cross section at node 2. So therefore global load vector is equal to global point load vector 0, 60 into 10 cube 0. So now apply the elimination approach. Okay. Okay, global stiffness matrix. So 10 power 5 by 3. So the rows and columns correspond to node 1 and node 3. First row, first column, third row, third column. So after removing these rows and columns, so only one element in the stiffness matrix, that is K22. Okay, So nodal displacement Q2. So modification in load vector, it is 60 minus K21A1 minus K23A3. So this term will be 0 because specified displacement A1 is equal to 0. Specified displacement A1 is equal to 0. This term is 0. But here A3 not equal to 0. So A3 is 1.2 mm. So there is K23 value.
సో మేము ఎలా సార్ క్యాన్సిల్ చేస్తారు ఇవి
ఇప్పుడు స్పెసిఫైడ్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ ఏంటి at the node 1
A4 జీరో కదా సార్ మరి
Q1 is equal to 0.
క్యాన్సిల్ చేస్తారు సార్
Q1 is equal to 0 అంటే A1 మనం అది కాన్స్టెంట్ వాల్యూ A1 అనుకున్నాం 0.
ఇది కూడా జీరో
ఇక్కడ సెకండ్ టర్మ్ వచ్చేసరికి K23 into A3. సో A3 నాట్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0 కదా.
అవును సార్
1.2 mm. అది ఇక్కడ తీసుకున్నాం చూడండి. సో 60 into 10 cube minus 1 into K23 value. K23, so this is K23 minus 1 into 10 power 5 by 3, 1.2. Okay, so minus into minus plus. Okay, 60 kilonewton plus 40 kilonewtons. So therefore 100 kilonewtons, 100 into 10 cube. So 100 into 10 cube, it is 10 power 5. It is this one and this one you cancel. So 2Q2 by 3 equal to 1. So Q2 is equal to 3 by 2. So therefore Q2 displacement is 1.5 mm. So therefore global displacement vector, so Q1 is specified displacement 0, Q3 specified displacement 1.2 mm. So at node 2, Q2 this is determined displacement 1.5 mm. So after getting nodal displacements, so we can find whatever we want. So you can find the stresses, you can find the strain values, and also you can find the reaction forces. Okay, so in this finite element method, so basically the most important vector is global nodal displacement. This is unknown. So after getting everything will be unknown. So for element 1, so this is the stress equation. For element 1, the stress is 200 Newton per mm square. So 200 Newton per mm. Okay, it is tensile stress. On element 2, so on element 2, this is the stress value is compressive, negative stress minus 40 Newton per mm square. Okay, ఇక్కడ sigma 2, stress on element 2, why it is negative 40 Newton per mm square. సో ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇక్కడ యాక్చువల్గా if there is no wall, so if there is no wall at 1.2 mm distance, so this structure can freely move towards right. If there is a wall, so after touching this wall, so there are compressive stresses are acting on element 2. So that is the reason sigma 2 value is negative stress. So therefore reaction forces. So reaction force at node 1. So first two elements of stiffness matrix, nodal displacement vector minus F1. Okay. So reaction R1, it is minus 50 kilonewtons. So at node 3, what is the reaction force without calculating without using equation? Can anybody tell? ఇక్కడ రియాక్షన్ ఫోర్స్ అట్ నోడ్ 1 ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేశానండి, minus 50 kilonewtons. So reaction force at node 3, R3. How much? Emma Kishore,
సార్
మీరే చెప్పాలి. ఎందుకంటే డిప్లొమా నుంచి వచ్చారు కదా. ఇక్కడ పైన చెప్పుకున్నాం కదండి, రియాక్షన్ summation of reaction forces is equal to summation of the externally applied forces. So externally applied force ఎంత ఉంది ఇక్కడ? R1 plus R3 equal to load P at node 2. Okay. So R3 is equal to
E plus R1.
P minus R1. Okay. P minus R1. Okay. That negative symbol, it represents the direction of the force, reaction force. Okay. So don't consider this negative in equation. Okay. So R3 is equal to P minus R1. Therefore, 60 minus 50 kilonewtons. So 10 kilonewton. 10 kilonewtons. It is reaction force minus 10. Minus 10 kilonewtons. Or else మీరు ఈక్వేషన్ పరంగా చేయాలంటే you take third row stiffness matrix elements. Third row stiffness matrix element ఏంటి? K31, K32, K33 multiplied with nodal displacement vector Q1, Q2, Q3 minus force F3. So force F3 at node 3 0. Okay.
సార్ F3 ఎందుకు సార్ వస్తుంది?
Huh?
F3 ఎందుకు సార్ వస్తుంది?
ఏంటది?
F3 ఎందుకు సార్ వస్తుంది అంటున్నాను సార్.
F3 ఇప్పుడు ఆ నోడ్ దగ్గర ఆ నోడ్ దగ్గర ఫోర్స్ కూడా మనం సబ్ట్రాక్ట్ చేయాలి కదా. ఇప్పుడు దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎన్ ఈక్విలిబ్రియం ఈక్వేషన్. సో ఈ Q3 multiplied with nodal displacement vector minus F3, it is a equilibrium equation at node 3. So equilibrium equation ఎలా వస్తుందండి? Summation of forces
Yes sir. Equal to 0.
In x direction or in the degree of freedom 3 is equal to 0. Okay. So దీన్ని ఈక్విలిబ్రియం ఈక్వేషన్ అంటాం. అది నోడ్ 3 దగ్గర అది బ్యాలెన్స్ చేసుకోవడానికి మనకి రియాక్షన్ ఫోర్స్ R3 ఉంటుంది.
Yes sir.
ఓకే. ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయండి? Okay, thank you very much. I'm leaving.